Good evening, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us. Our top story here on 12 News at 6. New details continue to come to light in the case of two missing children with Valley connections.
Joshua Vallow and Tylee Ryan are missing as police investigate a series of mysterious deaths. And now 12 News is learning one of their family members was shot at in front of his Gilbert home.
Team 12's Nicole Zymek is sorting through this tangled web.
Yeah, Caribe, Mitch, the search for these children has now gone national. 7-year-old JJ and 17-year-old Tylee lived in Arizona. Their mother moved to Idaho, where they were last seen in September. Now we're learning a family member of theirs here in Arizona was shot at just weeks later.
It's very sad. It's like an emotional roller coaster.
JJ's grandma, Kay Vallow Woodcock, prays for JJ and Tylee's safe return.
I want them found and then to be safe.
As police in Idaho named their mother, Lori Vallow, and her new husband, Chad Daybell, as persons of interest in their disappearance. Now we're learning another family member, Brandon Boudreau, was shot at outside his Gilbert home on October 2nd. But is that incident related? To understand, it's important to know this timeline, starting July 11th. When Lori Vallow's estranged husband, Charles Vallow, was shot to death during what police say was a family fight. But on October 2nd, when Brandon was shot at, he says the shots came from this Jeep. A Jeep he believes is registered to Charles Vallow. Police were unable to confirm that as of Tuesday. Court documents show on October 2nd, Brandon came home from the gym when someone in a vehicle outside his home fired a shot towards him. The shot missing him by just inches, shattering his car window. Police say the shooting is still under investigation. And the mystery around these kids only gets more complicated. On October 19th, Tammy Daybell, Chad Daybell's wife, dies in her sleep. Police said at the time she died of natural causes. Weeks later, Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell get married. Then, on October 26th, Lori's children are reported missing, not seen since September 23rd in Idaho. On December 11th, investigators in Idaho exhumed Tammy Daybell's body, saying her death is now ruled suspicious. And the next day, another of Lori's family members, her brother, Alex Cox, is found unresponsive in his Gilbert home. Police are waiting on an autopsy report to determine the cause of his death. This is a family torn by tragic and mysterious disappearances and deaths. And just yesterday, police in Idaho say that they have reason to believe Lori Vallow knows the whereabouts of her missing children and say she's refusing to cooperate with the investigation. For now, we're live in the Alert Center. Nicole Zymek, 12 News.
All right, Nicole, thank you.